friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna, and here on my channel we don't always necessarily fix things, but we do make them less broken. Today is Saturday. I don't know, what's the date? Is it December 3rd? That sounds about right. And me and Ace are going to paint the upstairs living room. We're kind of painting the house, or I guess I should say repainting the house in phases. So what we're doing is, I've already expressed this I think in other videos, we're not painting a different color. We're actually painting the same color. The whole house is this Repose gray on the walls, and we really like it. We really like it, but it needs to be touched up in a lot of places, and like the previous owners just put 1,000,001 holes in the walls. So we're gonna keep the same color, but we're just gonna freshen it up. Yesterday, I did all the prep work already. I filled in holes, sanded, spackled. We have an edger, so I don't have tape on every single thing, but like the wooden door frame over here where just the natural wood is exposed by the patio, I have that taped off. And yeah, so right now we just ate breakfast. I'm gonna make myself a cold brew, and then we're going to lay tarp. What are you doing to him? He's huge. He's a baby. So anyway, after we get done with the rest of our prep work, we're gonna lay tarp down and we're gonna paint. So I can finally like start hanging up my photos and everything in this room. We're also going to paint this short hallway leading up to our bedroom. That's what's happening today. We're painting, and yeah, that's it. I think that's enough.
Go get the paint! have been dealing with this all day. She drops paint, I step in said paint, and then I get paint everywhere else. Everywhere! It's annoying! I got paint on my feet, I got paint in my hair, I got paint on my hands. It's messed up.
So right now what you are seeing is the finished product. This is probably maybe less than an hour after we officially got done. This is latex based paint, so it is dry to the touch in an hour. Just doing a walkthrough, showing some of the details of what we got. Now here in the hallway, things still look blotchy because this is when we had just, sorry, I misspoke. We had just gotten through with the hallway, and by the time we got through with the hallway, there are the dogs. By the time we got through with the hallway, the living room had been done for probably about maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So the paint in the living room was mostly dry, but I wanted to still give it like a full 12 hours, kind of just give it an overnight dry before I go and start hanging things up. So that is what I did. So at this point it was the next day and we got the living room back together, got everything cleaned up. What I'm doing right now is I'm arranging how I want to do my gallery wall. I want to do a gallery wall. So what I did here is, this is an app that I downloaded to my iPad, and I drew out my entire, how I wanted my whole gallery wall to look. I basically laid out a map for my whole wall so I knew what it would look like. And then I'm next putting it on the floor so I can see how everything looks together. So yeah, that's what you see me doing right now. This is the wall that I want to arrange my pictures on, the space right above the piano over here in the dining room. So right now I'm showing you guys a picture hanging hack that I actually learned from the Instagram page called Lemon Leaf Home Interiors. I will put her on the screen because this is honestly life-changing, especially for somebody like me who is not savvy in this arena at all. So what you're supposed to do is you put a strip of painter's tape across the back of your picture, across where the hooks or the hanging hardware is, and then you put a dot on where the nail or your hook is, where it is supposed to go. And then you take off the painter's tape and adhere it to the wall where you want it to go. And where you put your dot is where you put in your nail. In my case, I actually use something called monkey hooks, which is another thing that I also got from Lemon Leaf Home Interiors. I like to use monkey hooks. They hold a pretty good amount of weight. They don't require any tools, screwing, anything. All you do is push them into the drywall. They're very simple to use. Anyway, you put in your hardware, put in your nail or your monkey hook right where you have your dot, and then you remove the tape, and then you hang up your picture, and it hangs perfectly. It works every single time, and there's no constant guesswork with this. This was honestly life-changing. So this is the final product. This is after everything was all said and done. Walls were completely dry. My gallery wall was hung up. Everything dried down really nicely, as you can see. And the finish of the fresh paint that we're using is more of a matte finish. And I just personally, I like that a lot better. I think it looks a lot cleaner. So this top left photo over here, the one that's hanging horizontally, that image that you see is a stock photo. I don't have an actual picture in there yet. I want to find something cool at a thrift store. That's where I get a lot of my stuff. I get a lot of my artwork secondhand, but I wanted to get it hung up and just get it incorporated into the gallery wall. So that's why it's hanging up, but there's no photo in it right now. Just doing a walkthrough, we did make a couple mistakes, some areas we probably should have taped off, or I had to kind of use my edger, but my edger just barely fit. I had to do my best. So we did make some mistakes, you know, there are some blemishes, but it's not a huge deal. We can get a lot of, this paint comes off really easily with Crud Cutter. Yeah, so that is the finished product. Thank you guys so very much for watching.